Now, jumping into it, you want to hit level 50, unlock all your light, heavy, ranged, and intrinsic abilities. All that stuff will be pretty self-explanatory. Then you get into the specialty section, and for this we're going to run Rally Cry 1 with Point Man. Now this taunts all enemies within proximity, drawing aggro. Huge. We're going to be drawing aggro a lot between this ability and another one of our abilities as well. The reason for that is we're going to be taking all the damage so our DPS can get in there and drop some heavy hits. Then we've got Hold the Line, defeat enemies, marked by Rally Cry, have a chance to drop a regen pack. Again, we want to stay alive more so than we want to generate more abilities at times. So we're going to do a bit more of a mix between the regen and the ability pack drops, because I absolutely want to stay alive as long as possible. And if your shield block runs out, there's a chance you might die quickly. This is a character that you're going to want to block way more than other characters. You're going to want to parry. You are not going to want to dodge as much because blocking gives you a lot of benefits. Then we've got Concussive Strike with increase the stun damage with Steamroller, and Vanguard Charge. Every 2 enemies defeated with Steamroller generates a Heroic Orb. This ability is really good against trash mobs, and that's about it. It doesn't do a ton against the heavier enemies, so keep that in mind. Then we're going to get Strong Arm when Brooklyn Brawler is active. Range attacks and damage and impact is increased by 25%. And then also Unwavering Defense when Brooklyn Brawler is active, blocking will stop any attack. Any attack. That is huge. Brooklyn Brawler is great for offense. It's going to be coming clutch a lot of times. But if you're fighting a boss and you need to taunt him and keep the DPS on you, you can use Brooklyn Brawler to block everything. And that allows your teammates to go in and destroy the enemy as much as possible. So that is the ultimate shield tank move right there. Next, we've got increases damage by 24% on light and heavy combo finishers. Again, this is a solid perk, but doesn't really affect the build too much. Heroic boost combat mastery, boost heroic charge speed by 1%. This is actually pretty clutch. Heroic takedown mastery, performing a takedown spawns a heroic orb. Again, we want to spawn regen orbs, but these are going to be against like minor enemies, so you're going to want to rebuild your abilities as quickly as possible against them. Then we've got enhanced throw, increases throw damage of all shield throws by 15%. You're going to be a ranged character at times when you're doing damage, so having better shield throws is going to come in handy for sure. Increase 15 damage against each target that is hit by a ranged power attack, and then 15% chance to generate a heroic orb when defeating enemies with headshots. Headshots do a lot of damage in this game. You might not realize it, but with your shield throw, you can do a lot with the headshots. Intrinsic boost, increase the maximum amount of intrinsic shield block energy by 15%. Increase the base regen speed of intrinsic block by 15%. And then the last one, reduces the amount of intrinsic shield block energy expended while blocking an attack by 25%. All of these are going to help you tank as much as possible. Then we've got increases the duration of Captain's Defense buff by 8 seconds. Buff is triggered by the Commander's Call ability. Now, that is going to be here in your primary. This is the Commander's Call ability. Basically, you're going to taunt any enemies nearby and trigger the Captain's Defense buff that reduces the cost for blocking enemies by 50%, and reduces all damage taken by 50%. This comes in handy a lot against tougher enemies. You're going to taunt them, you're going to draw attention away from your allies, and you're going to get several buffs. That's why you're going to want this here, increasing the duration of the buff. You're also going to further reduce the cost of intrinsic attacks, and then increases the duration of the taunt by 5 seconds. So all of those come together to make a perfect shield tank in Marvel's Avengers. I'm going to show you some gameplay and just some tanking of as much damage as I can possibly find. So I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you. As you can see, you can deflect attacks back at the enemies too, which is pretty nice. Block any attack. Push it right back down.
Scratch another bad guy.
I'm kind of disappointed it's over.
If you didn't know, you can do that right from the jump, by the way. As we go in the waves, this is going to get a little bit more difficult, but the only thing you don't want to really block are those kind of pool abilities, the ranged ones that hit you no matter what. Those are not going to be effective for blocking. Luckily, with the stun damage now, any of the easier enemies tend to be stunned right away once you use the Steamroller perk. Watch your block bar, because once that's depleted, you're in trouble. Again, block any attack here. Once you're in the brawler, which allows you to get up close and really help out as well. Again, he makes an excellent character to get in there, revive your teammates, shield up, and get out. Again, you just have to really pay attention to his shield bar and his health, obviously. Honestly, reflecting their attacks back at them is one of my favorite things to do.
Scratch another bad guy.
I'm in some trouble here.
You're good now. I got you.
Thanks for having my back.